Hey, how's it going? If your name's Jacob, welcome. Hello, Hey, my name's Jacob Day, and if you're new to the channel, nice to meet you. This is a video I wanted to do. I just wanted to tell you guys my full life story and who I am, and show you guys where I came from, and just show you guys that you can do it too. This is my full life story, compact. I was born in Chicago, Illinois, and I lived there until the age of 2. And then on my second birthday, we moved into my house in Georgia. I don't really remember anything from Chicago. I say I'm from a city and I'm not even from there. I think it was like Naperville or Springfield. It was one of the two. I had lived in Georgia my whole life growing up until I was 19. My story is my parents got together before I was born, and they had been married for a few years. And they ended up getting a divorce when I was 5. I didn't really know what it meant at the time, and it ended up being, having divorced parents it's not hard, it is hard. It's just like, having divorced parents is, it's just having divorce. I don't know, I don't really know what it's like having parents that are married, so I don't really remember those days. But it's whatever, I grew up with it, and that's just how it happened, and I'm fine with it. I'm comfortable with that, and it doesn't really cause me any problems, so I'm happy. I love both my parents, and my parents both love me. But growing up, I lived with my mom had custody of us, so I lived with my mom in Georgia, and I played sports my whole life. I was always involved in like activities, and I saw my dad once a week. They'd split weekends, and I would see my dad every other weekend. I would see my mom all the time. I would go to dinner with my dad, and we'd go out and like hang out. And then the next weekend, I'd spend the weekend with him. That's just how it was. As a kid, I was really into nature. I don't know, I just like loved like animals and stuff. I loved animals my whole life. Loved butterflies especially, and lizards. I was just one of those kids. I don't know, I climbed trees. This is kind of weird because I don't really talk about this stuff to anybody, but I feel like you guys should know this. Yeah, I feel like we skipped a few steps in our relationship on YouTube, and I kind of just started posting content without you guys getting to know me. I never really cared for materialistic things growing up at all. Growing up, I loved making people laugh. I loved entertaining people. I loved cars, sports, video games, just anything that like picked my brain. I liked learning. I was really interested in space. As a kid, I learned how to count to 100 in Spanish when I was like 5, and my mom said I would go up to people and just count to 100 in Spanish, but I don't remember that. She also said I would go up to ladies in the supermarket and go, "Look at this." But I've always had just like this dream of entertaining people on a broad scale and just spreading positivity. And a lot of the people I watched growing up were like Roman Atwood or Logan Paul, and like they were always really positive. Roman Atwood's whole brand is Smile More, and it just like really inspired me. And I always loved making people smile. And growing up in a small town in Georgia, I think I had like 7 people in my grade at one point, so it was very close-minded. It was, you get a job, you go to college, like that's how you do your life, and you work your way up the ladder. And same thing with my dad. My dad was very, you need to get a job, you need to provide something for the world, which I think my dad went about it right. At the time, it was very hard to deal with it because I didn't know, I couldn't understand what he's trying to teach me, but now looking back, he taught me a lot on just life in general, adding value to society, and like being a good person, helping when it's needed, just stuff that's very general, you don't think about until you're older. But my mom taught me to be very open-minded and chase my dreams and do whatever I believe in, and just told me she'd always support me. So like a combination of those two, I feel like let me be who I am fully. And with my dad's work ethic and my mom's like emotional, you can do anything you want, I feel like it helped me a lot to build a career and just really give me structure in life. And I was always a good kid. I was always nice. Like I was friends with everybody. I never really had any close friends. I had close friends in middle school, and then high school came around, and I kind of just started playing video games and not really caring about friends. And then I moved in with my dad when I was in 9th grade. I had a horrible stepmom at the time. If you're watching this, I hope you're doing great, but you caused a lot of issues in our family, and I hope you can someday recover from whatever you were going through. She basically just like kind of nullified all of my ideologies and like took away social media and told me I couldn't do anything and like told me I just needed to go to college and just like really tried to put a hindrance on my creativity and my brain. And that was like a really hard 3 years of my life where I was just constantly like butting heads with her and just like hiding Snapchat or like hiding that I was talking to people or hiding my passion and hiding what I found funny. One time this girl sent me a picture saying like a joke and it was kind of inappropriate, but I was in 9th grade. They took all of social media away for a year. And I get as a parent you can do that, but like also it was just really unreasonable. It was just really unreasonable. Very unreasonable. She would always just kind of like talk down on me, if that makes sense. I don't know if you guys can relate, but certain parents I've dealt with think that they know everything and like they don't have any self-awareness of not having an ego. And I'm glad it all happened because I'm never gonna talk to my kid like that. But she had like she had such an ego. But it all taught me to be supportive of your kids and be helpful with them. I just want to tell you guys more about me because I feel like you guys don't really know anything about me. I've loved cars my whole life. I've loved sports, clothes. I don't like watching sports. It's just kind of weird. I went through middle school. I had a bunch of close friends and I was living with my mom, and then I moved to high school, moved up to high school, and I ended up losing all of my friends because I moved. So it was just me, no friends. I had one friend and he's still my friend now. Then basically went through all of high school being a loner and just like dealing with my stepmom and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, sports, what I was doing with academics, if I was going to college. And I knew what I wanted to do, and it was social media and just being an influencer. But I guarantee you guys can relate to this. Everyone will tell you your dreams are unattainable and like they'll tell you you can't do this, you can't do that. And I don't know, I guess my mom like put it in me to just say f it and just go for your dreams. But I really didn't care about anybody's opinion and I didn't what anybody had to say. I was just gonna do what I needed to do. And it's not an overnight thing. Your dreams do not come overnight. And at the time I was doing really good and I was just like really taking off with my career. This is junior year. And at the time I was doing really good. My career was doing good. I was happy. I had a good friend group going. I had like 2 new friends I met through social media. And then it's just like a constant battle of dealing with ups and downs and just things that drag you down, people around you, negativity. And I just want to like say all of this to let you guys know it is possible, whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter what other people think. If you want something genuinely, more than anything, you'll get it. I've like put on the blinders, like blocking everyone. I've ghosted everyone. I had friends. Looking back after going on ghost mode, they weren't beneficial to me in like any aspect of life other than it was fun to hang out with them. Like they were cool and all, but it was just fun to hang out, and that was it. And those people, they'll say they support you, but realistically they're not. They're just dragging you down. So I'm here to say all of this, a little bit more about me. I have 2 sisters, I have a brother. I'm the oldest of my family. I'm the tallest in my family. I'm 6'6". Currently I'm 185 pounds. I'm trying to bulk. I think the most important thing for you, if you're watching this and you have a dream or you have a passion or you have something you want to chase, is to just forget about everyone else's opinions and think about what you want and how you would get there. Because everything seems unattainable, but if you devote your life to something, I promise you, it will work out. It will, like, something will happen if you're giving it your all. Otherwise, if you're not going to give it your all, I wouldn't say do it. Don't do it, honestly. Like that's my honest opinion. If you don't want to give something your all, I'm talking like days where you don't see results, days where you're sad and depressed, or like days where you just don't feel like doing it. But if you know that's what you want in your heart and that's what you want to do with your life, do it, because why not? Otherwise, you're going to end up working a job that you don't want to do, and you're just constantly just battling this anger inside of you that you don't want. I heard this quote one time. It was, how big could you dream if there was nothing stopping you? And like, when you hear that, anything possible you would do. And that's what I do. I put my dreams as high as I possibly can, and I don't settle for less. I'm very passionate and very driven, and a lot of people don't see that. I'm working on my mental health a lot recently, and that's where I've been. I haven't been posting as much. I've been meditating, I've been reading, I've been journaling, just stuff that works on your emotional side. But there was like a year-long period where I literally put my emotions aside and I'd go to the gym for 5 hours a day. I'd make videos all day. I'd study the rest of the day. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't hang out with anybody. I'd just work. All I did was work. I wouldn't enjoy anything. I wouldn't hang out with people. I'd just work. And I'm working on that personally, because it's not healthy to do that, because it gets you to your result, but you're not happy when you do that. And I'm working on doing things that I enjoy, like spending time in nature, or just going outside, or going on a drive, listening to music just to listen to music, hanging out with people, going to dinner, or just like stuff like that. Because it was just very strict for a while, where I literally gave it like 100 hours of work a week. It drained me so much, and I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating right, and it just like all built up over time. 3 to 4 hours of sleep on average for like 2 weeks, and only surviving off energy drinks. And when I realized I was doing that, I was like, oh, maybe this is why I'm like super depressed. I don't really know how to express my emotions, but I'm working on it. I got to a point the other week where I was like, nothing really matters. Money doesn't matter. The only thing I really value in life is family and friends. I was chasing money for a while because I didn't have any, and I was like, I need money to live. And you realize at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You could compare all you want, you could compare to other people, but all you want in life is friends and family. That's literally all you want. And nobody can tell me different. You could have $1 billion and be alone and be depressed. It's just how it is. I want to tell you guys, before you guys venture out on your journey, to just chase happiness. Don't chase money. Chase happiness, because whatever you're passionate for and whatever you love in life, for me, it's bringing you guys happiness and being stupid in public, and just like having support from my family and having support from my friends and helping people. Whatever that is for you, you need to find that first and then chase it unrelentlessly. And if you can do that, then I promise you'll be genuinely happy and fulfilled in your heart. But it took me a long time of trying to mask my emotions with like, oh, I'm gonna work so hard, I'm just gonna do this week and then I'll be happy. I'm gonna make this much money and then be happy. And it's all the same. It's just like different materials, or different clothes. There's no difference between a $10 shirt and a $50 shirt and a $1,000 shirt. It's just like a little bit different of a feeling. And you get the $1,000 shirt and then you get 5 of them, and then it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Materialistic things don't matter. But I recently got a new car, as some of you guys might know, and it's a C8, and it's awesome. It's my dream car. I love it. And when I was at this point where I was like chasing money, I was like, man, I wish I had a nicer car. And that, like, once I realized I was thinking about that, I was just like, what am I doing, dude? Something has to be wrong. I have to be chasing the wrong things. And just really self-analyzed for a little bit. It's literally like a 2-second difference and a comfort difference. It's just a status thing that people embody and put in your head and engrave in your brain that you think you need, but you don't really need it. Why does it matter? It's just literally just metal. It's literally a metal box. I don't get it, but I don't really care anymore. It's more of just like, if I do want a new car, it's just like a goal thing, because I constantly have to keep myself goal oriented or I won't work at all, which I enjoy working. I enjoy like flooding myself with work. All of this to say is I came from no help. I had to pay for my college. I came from no money. I literally moved out to California with like $0 and no license. So I just want to say to you guys, whatever you want to do, you can do it. Like, no matter what anybody says, you can do it. I posted a video on TikTok and I said it was a joke, and I acted like I was like, oh, this is a joke, like this is so funny, and it was doing good. And in my heart, I knew I wanted to do that, to make videos for people, to entertain people. And it was the most exciting thing ever because I really wanted to do it. And I showed my dad, and my dad goes, it was either my dad or my dad's friend, I can't really remember. And they go, it's a less likely chance for you to be in the NFL than you to blow up on social media. And I was like, okay. I've always remembered that because at the time I was really ignorant, but I had a dream and I knew where I wanted to go, you know, and I figured it out. But there was a lot of ups and downs, and that's how it is. And it's a lot of figuring it out on your own, and it's lonely, and especially out here, a lot of people are fake and they just don't really care about you. I've found a good small group of people that do care about me, which I do like. I came from a small town, didn't have any money moving out here. I literally just had a dream with no backup plan. And I put myself in a scenario where I had to do it or I wouldn't make it. And that's the best thing I've ever done, because if you do that, you don't have any other options, you know, and you'll make it. You will make it. I do believe in every single one of you guys. I think it's just a mental thing that people, school and like teachers and parents, they all kind of drag you down in a sense, and they don't really support your goals. But I want you guys to know that I support you and you guys can do it, all right? You can do it! So I want to express my goals to you guys. One, I want to decrease the depression rate, bring joy to the world, because I feel like everything's so gray and dark and just like, But basically, I want to take over the internet and show anyone everything is possible. I want to show you guys that you guys can do it too. I'm not anything special. I'm just a dude. Like, I'm literally just a dude, bruh. I'm just a dude. I just want to inspire people and just help people emotionally and spread positivity. I just literally want to spread positivity. I just want to leave this earth knowing that I spread positivity and made people happy. The past few weeks, I've kind of realized I wasn't doing that. I was in a sense, but I wasn't. So that's my goal. I wanna spread positivity, and that's such a broad goal. And I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out exactly what I want to do still. And it's always you're just always gonna have to figure it out. But I want you guys to know where my head's at and show you guys who I am more. Show you guys you can do anything you want, and nobody's gonna stop you. It doesn't matter. If they think you're weird, it doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter. If I had any piece of advice for you guys at home, I'd say surround yourself with good people. I'm not saying you have to cut off everybody. You don't have to cut off everybody. If they genuinely support you and they love you, they're great. 2, focus on yourself. Spend time thinking about what you want, what your goals are, what your dreams are. 3, if you have a dream, split it up into goals. Set a really small goal. Achieve that goal, then make it a bigger goal, and keep going, and then eventually you'll just keep going. 4, have good habits, working out, eating right, sleeping right, being productive. If you're in a slump, they come and go, just deal with it. It happens. I'm in a slump right now. That's why I haven't been posting as much, but I just want to be honest and real with you guys, because why not? I feel like all these people on the internet are just so oversaturated and overdone, and they just act so famous for no reason. I think that's important. So that's me. I guess it was nice to meet you. That's me, Jacob Day, 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys took value from this, and I hope that you guys can chase your dreams. Don't let anybody stop you, all right? Don't do it. And I'm literally going to go crazy with content for you guys. I'm actually gonna go insane. I wanna hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube over the next year. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys took something away from it. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna try to entertain y'all, but this is just my basic general story. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you took something away from this. Next week, I'm dropping a crazy video. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. See y'all.